And we are live. What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counter Punch Boxing News. And I've been meaning to get around to this for the last couple days. I've already done my fight study on this fight. Seems to me like Canelo Alverez had a punch from the gods, right? A sudden explosion from the middleweight champ. Think about that, those words. The subtle explosion where you have a middleweight. Of course, he's fought at 168. He was a champ, or I think he's still a champ at 168 from the WBO. Comes up to 175 and is able to catch Kovalev with a punch, with a left hook. Now, look at the sequences. If you guys seen this fight, he caught him with a left hook and a right hand. He took very well. He didn't budge at all. Kovalev didn't budge at all. And it's one of those things that makes you wonder. A shot that he hit him with. Let me see where his shot was. LA 12. Mass Vidal wants to fight Canelo. Okay, so he throws, he eludes. Canelo catches him with a left hook and a right hand, right? And another right hand. He takes that well, right? Now, he catches him with a left hook here, and all of a sudden he drops his guard and starts dangling around, and then Canelo belts him with a right. So the explosion. Pai May, counterpunch. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Hamza Habib, counterpunches on that juice. Andre, hello, sir. Counterpunch to you. How are you not giving up on boxing with all the BS and have not real fights and dead hate, love, hate this damn sport? Look, it wasn't the right hand that had him dangling. That's the finishing shot. Look, I haven't gave up. Just had a lot going on. Okay. Now I just posted a video. You guys can check it out on this WBC bullshit. It just dropped. It might be loaded by now, more than likely. So it's on the channel. Just check it out. Arzism. What's good, brother? Counterpunch to you. Emmanuel Figueroa. Kovalev said he was tired because he didn't have the proper training camp. So I don't know. Okay. It was kind of short, but I mean, come up with a better excuse than that, I guess. You know, he's 36 years old, so he's been in the game a while. Jim Brown, you have been hit by those punches that just shock you. Well, the problem is the punch that hit him, it was a half, it hit him partially. And look, guys, I know we're boxing fans. We love the sport, you know. Gentleman's game. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. On my view. Fixed all day. Counterpunch to you, brother. Manda Solo S. It wasn't a dive. Okay. Victor Rodriguez. To me, it was a setup. Yeah, Pushlin, what's been good? Just living life, brother. Manda Solo S. People saying that it's a dive just can't give a man credit when he doesn't deserve it. Manda Solo, look. If this is not a dive, more props to Canelo. You know, like I said in the recap and fight study, if it's not a dive, more props to him. Like, you know, that's what it is. But it just seemed very suspicious. See, if it wasn't suspicious, people, we wouldn't be having this conversation. You know, what if Wilder has Heyman, or however you spell his name, pay them to set White so he don't have to be mandatory? I don't know. Maybe, you know, I mean, I don't think that, I think that's a side of the street type of thing that protects Deontay Wilder from certain fighters, because he doesn't want to fight everyone because I don't think he can control fights like he can with Luis Ortiz. When he says bless Luis Ortiz, that means he wants to give him an opportunity, which, he honestly didn't deserve. Ortiz didn't deserve another opportunity, and I'm an Ortiz fan. Everybody knows that all day. The only upside that or silver lining to that is that he is getting paid. He's supposed to be getting 7 million. He better be getting something like 7 million. You know, Santuro 50 blessings to you too, brother. Canelo always fights fighters that are past their prime, like Mosley, Cotto, Kovalev. Well, Ramon Alberto, let me counterpunch you on this. That's how he was uh, pushed along. Okay, they carried Canelo Alvarez a certain type of way. If you look at how Manny Pacquiao came up, they kind of followed that blueprint to a certain degree. Because if you think about Mosley, he fought Mayweather in the beginning of 2010. He fought fought Mayweather. Then he fought Pacquiao. Then he fought Canelo. So these were all a year back to back. So then Sugar Shane became that gatekeeper of the guys to fight to be who you are. You got to go through Mosley. And guess what? Margarito didn't make the cut. So Shane proved that he wasn't still a bad and tough fighter. But you're right, he is past his prime. Kovalev showed he almost got took out by a guy that people question if he was supposed to be in the ring with Kovalev or not. They thought that he didn't have the experience, people. So we don't really know the true condition that Kovalev was in because he got rocked in the 8th round. So Mandisolo S, I will give you this. He was rocked against a novice fighter. So that is a good point. Maybe Canelo's punching power did move up. Maybe Canelo is a Vinny Pazienza. Maybe Canelo, used the Canelo weights, okay, 155, 164, and all that, so he can properly, so he can acclimate without people becoming suspicious. Because you can remember about Canelo Alverez. When he fought Angulo, he had to pay Angulo, I think, $200,000 extra because he couldn't make weight. So Angulo, they implemented that in the contract, like, hey, we'll give you $200,000 more because Canelo can't make the 154-pound weight limit. So they gave that to him. So then that's when the 155 weight, that Canelo weight, was implemented at that point. So he might have just been a guy was getting too big too fast, But that did contradict itself because he said he wasn't a middleweight when he came to fighting Golovkin. You know what I mean? So that's questionable, but he could be, again, like Vinny Pazienza, the Tasmanian devil. He could have been stronger at that weight class because Vinny Pazienza was a stocky guy. He was short, but he was stocky, but he had a punch as Hector Camacho, So his power carried up. Maybe Canelo's power carried up. Maybe it wasn't a punch, or maybe it was a punch from the gods. You know what I mean? But it's what makes me suspicious, people. Paid actors, please. Oh, Blue Sky. Hold on. Blue Sky. Canelo couldn't stop Jacobs, Triple G, but he can move up 2 weight divisions and knock out a bigger, stronger man cold. Yeah, okay. Blue Sky, that's your counter. Hey, good counterpunch. Good point. I mean, these guys, Jacobs, Golovkin, and Golovkin just got hurt to the body. Now, I would buy this if there was one of those body punches that he was catching Kovalev with. I was thinking that if Canelo was going to stop Kovalev, it would be to the body with one of those classic left hooks. You know what I'm saying? I thought, or I would be thinking that would be the case. Not, this half. Okay, people, I am back. But what's pissing me off is this guy could take 3 unanswered punches from Canelo. Don't budge. He gets caught with a punch that makes him drop his guard. Okay? It makes him drop his guard to the point where he's so hurt. You don't drop your guard like that, people. I'm sorry. That does not happen in boxing. When you get hurt, the first thing you do is, one, you tie up if you know or experienced enough to do that. Or two, you put your guard up. You don't bow. Then get caught with a right hand. See, that's why I think this fight was a dive. I'm sorry. If Canelo Alvarez had this punch from the gods, that's why I call it a punch from the gods, because all these punches, I've seen Kovalev. Now, he hurt Kovalev with some body shots, but Kovalev didn't fold over like he did with Ward, right? But Ward was an acclimated light heavyweight at that time, right? Now, Canelo looked good. He didn't look bulky. He didn't look, no. He looked like he normally looks, just a little bit more muscle mass, just a little bit more, So I don't think it was one of those situations where that he was hurt like that. I don't think he was hurt like that. So I don't know. It's just it just really seems weird to me. Really seems weird to me, man. It really does. Can't believe people are saying dive. Canelo put everything into the left hook, then finished him with a right. Kovalev was spent, and he had started to get tagged in a round before. Now, Philip, he was getting clipped. He was, Canelo was bringing those punches. He was putting those punches together. I will give you that. But here's the thing. The punch that you said he put everything into that left hook. I don't think he did. I think that was a good punch that he threw, but he didn't hit him flush. Okay? He hit him on the thicker part of the chin. The jaw. So he hit him with that punch. He had his guard up, so it was a partial land. Didn't even land all the way. So I don't think that. I don't buy it. I think Kovalev, he got caught with that, and that was when he was going to drop his hands. You don't do that in professional boxing, people. You don't turn away from the fighter after the fighter hits you. You don't drop guard after the fighter hits you unless you're just gone like that. Kovalev wouldn't just gone like that, bro. You're not going to do that. I don't see that. That's just not realistic to me. It looked like some shit that was but it looked like some shit. It looked like some shit that was orchestrated. Add someone else to the picture who deserves it. Robert Cumberbatch, we love you back, brother. Thank you for the compliment. Canelo activated the jab only clause. Yep, the jab only clause. I'm with you on that, because it was like Kovalev. It's like he didn't put, like, either he wasn't as strong, maybe because of the rehydration, but to me, it really looked like this shit was fixed. It looked fixed to me, people. I mean, and I like Canelo's fights. I like how Canelo fights. He's a great counterpuncher, but this wasn't as a result of a counterpunch. It would be different if Kovalev got hit with a punch he just did not see. You know what I'm saying? That would be different all the way around, but this is not the case. The case is Canelo Alvarez caught him with a partial punch where he had his guard up anyway. He got hit here, okay? He got hit here to the side, then he drops his guard and starts bobbling around like a bobblehead and then gets belted with a right hand. That's what happened. And another thing that I got a counterpunch. What the fuck was this referee? Why did he feel that he just needed to jump in and, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe, I guess, because of the reaction that Kovalev made after getting caught with a partial left hook. Maybe that's the case. But I'm sorry, I just don't see it. It felt like Kovalev didn't take a dive, but maybe pre-agreed to lose the fight for the right amount of money. Well, Paime, that's the same shit. It's the same exact shit. All of a sudden, Canelo's knocking people out. What a joke. Knuckle game, counterpunch to you. It's the same thing, Paime. If you agree to lose a fight, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it probably wouldn't script it, but Kovalev, look, for one thing, if you notice also, the motherfucker gave the Canelo so much respect and vice versa. It was like a fucking exhibition, honestly. The fight was like an exhibition, people. It was like a fight that you're like, hey, hey, good round. You know? Who does that shit a lot? Who used to do that shit all the time? Just dap all the time. Sugar Shane Mosley. After everything, you go, oh, okay. Ding ding, okay. Damn, how much respect you gonna give a motherfucker, man? Come on, you're fighting. The boxing ego was just hating on Canelo blocking people from calling him out on his lies. I was blocked too. I don't think he knows anything about boxing. He's just a theorist. What was boxing ego? I don't really look at him a lot, but what was his deal? He was protecting Canelo. Well, you have to understand. I think Rocky Fielding was the last person. Someone comment under his photo for how much you sell yourself, and Kovalev responded, "Die animal." Yay! How much did Kovalev make for this fight? That's what you ask yourself. And then again, you ask yourself this other question. How much did he get for the last fight for fighting Yard? How much did he get for fighting Yard versus Canelo? How much did he get before that fighting his other opponent, Alverez, the other Alverez, the Colombian Alverez? And you look at the difference between those punches. Golden Boy shutting your server down. I know, right? Because I have nothing. I have fucking high-speed fucking cable in my house. I got the highest speeds. I play video games on this shit. So I don't know why this shit's there. Oh no, to stop this feed. Stop this feed. This boxing channel needs to be stopped. Fucking hit the button. Hit the button again. Hit the button. Boxing logistics. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you, man. Just counterpunching this theory of, was it a punch from the gods or was it a fucking dive? Did Kovalev take a dive for the right amount of money? Again, these guys sparred together. These guys have respect for each other, and I think it was a big money grab. And this is what you ask yourself. Look, this will add more to the pot. If Kovalev retires after this fight, you can pretty much draw your own conclusion. This was a money grab fight. He left the sport making Canelo look better. And, by, making history like Andy Ruiz did in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And he got paid well for it. He fought a young, strong fighter himself, Yard. And he did a good job with that. And I think that was a real fight. But this one, you got Canelo. He has the Zone, this streaming network, strapped across his fucking back. Okay. So if he loses, that'll destroy everything, and depending on what happens December 7th, which is that shit is about almost 30 days away. That's almost 30 days out, people. A month from now. And that's gonna be the shit too. Kovalev would have. Oh, boxing logistics. I gotta add you on Facebook. I seen your message, so I gotta do that. I gotta figure out, because I know I got a lot of folders that have people in it, so I just gotta look through that folder. So, yeah, they plotting on Jim Brown. They plotting on me, man. They're trying to shut my shit down. Kovalev would have crushed Canelo. He would have really fought him. Yeah, I think so. Because Kovalev wouldn't even throw in volumes of punches. And it was like he didn't let his hands go. He let Canelo get in. Like, what Kovalev fought like that? Kovalev is a guy that has to catch you on the end of his shots. And if Canelo being that short and he had that type of reach advantage, there was no way in hell Kovalev is going to let this guy come right in and throw body punches like that. I know Canelo's a good counter puncher. I know that. But it doesn't excuse the fact if you do that to Kovalev, Kovalev is going to make you pay. He's going to keep you back with that jab, and it's going to be immediately followed with that right hand and then another jab to keep you honest and to keep you back, to keep the distance. The right hand is to make you pay, and he's going to keep with the jab. He could have done that all night. He didn't do that for some reason. He tried that some fucking, oh, he's getting too close, so he tries to grab him. Like, what the fuck was that? And Canelo was too strong for that, right? Canelo was too strong with his muscle mass and everything. He wouldn't even let Kovalev do that. And in fact, he would either spin out or, you know, try some Loma. He tried a Loma move, but then he tried to catch him with a left hook, and it didn't really catch him flush. But, you know, but Kovalev, no, he should have used his jab and his right hand and his jab again for distance. He didn't do that. And that made me like, what the fuck is this? What Kovalev is that I'm looking at? Is it just an older Kovalev? He's 36. You know, is he like, hey, I'm getting old. I'm getting too old for this shit. Danny Glover, lethal weapon. You know, what is he really doing? Blue blood trying to shut you down and keep you frozen. Toby Barley, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you, Master Glenn. Look at Pavectin and Price, Kurt. He couldn't put his guard up. But look, man. Okay. Think about this. Let's give you an example of Kovalev being hurt. Let's look at Andre Ward, Kovalev 2, right? Ward, Kovalev 2. Ward caught him with a beautiful right hand, right? And he caught him with a body shot. And what did Kovalev do, though? He had his guard up. Why? Because he was hurt. And that was even when he got hurt with a body punch. He got hurt with a I think it was a right hand. And I think that caught him off guard. He did not see that punch. But I do believe that Kovalev knows what to do when he gets hurt. If he was that hurt, he already had his guard up. He should have just kept his guard up, leaned against the ropes, and tried to grab Canelo. Why? Any experienced guy would have done that. You know, maybe Kovalev, you know, since him having the reputation, he's killed a guy in the ring, he's crushed a Kovalev. Maybe he doesn't have that experience. That's my question and concern about Golovkin. As he gets older, Golovkin, he doesn't know how to tie up. Does he even know how to tie up? Does he know when he gets hurt? Because what did he do with Deverenchenko? He went backwards, right? And showed Deverenchenko, oh shit, I hurt you. I'm going in for the kill. Let me do what I did before, right? Let's see. Tony Lyons, counterpunch to you. One love from the UK. Counterpunch to you, brother. Hayden Walker, scripted. Good counterpunch. It was the 11th round, and he said he was tired, plus he was off balance already. Not that off balance. He took 3 punches. He took a left hook, a right, and then another grazing right over the shoulder, right? And that was on the top of the head. That was like right here. He took this punch. Or should I say right here? Since it was right hand. And he took that pretty well. Then he catches a partial block punch. Now, mind you, you can get hit with a punch when your guard is up and that punch lands on an area that hurts you. I understand that. I know that argument. But it just seems to me that that punch didn't land the way he reacted it to be. You know? Because if you look at Ward had him the same way, and the fight ended when he was bent over, like he was taking it from the behind. Yep. So I don't know, but he had his guards up. DJ1, what's up, brother? No way. Come on, man. I don't know. It's just a question, you know. Thing for Buck PC Gamer. Counterpunch to you. Damn, Kurt, with a perfect setup, the way he ate it, it will put you to sleep. Yeah, I mean, look, again, I don't think it was scripted per se, but I think what happened, I think that Kovalev knew what to do and Canelo just took the lead. Okay, that's my opportunity because it was just, dude, you don't leave yourself open like that. You instinctively, okay, cover up, protect yourself. Protect yourself at all times, people. That's the name of the game. Kovalev, that is not what, have you seen Kovalev ever like that? Even when he was getting belted and assaulted with these Andre Yard punches, and Andre Yard is a good puncher, by the way. He took those punches. He took many of those shots. Andre Yard might be a green fighter, but fuck, it's not about him being a green fighter. It's about taking a particular punch. And he took a lot of those Anthony Yard punches, right? But so Canelo can come up 2 weight classes and he reacts like that. I can understand Kovalev. He can be hurt. He got hurt by Alverez. He got knocked out by Alverez, right? But he got up 3 times against Alverez too, right? So let's stop this shit. Let's stop the bullshit. These guys are already acclimated light heavyweights, and he was able to either get up when he was knocked out, or the fight was stopped and he didn't want it to be stopped because he didn't want the second Andre Ward fight to be stopped, right? He thought it was it was stopped prematurely. Now you have a guy, Anthony Yard. So you got 3 light heavyweights, 3 examples of 3 guys that he was taking shots from, and he took them perfectly fine. So you mean to tell me some motherfucker from 160 gonna come up 2 weight classes and make you dance like a fucking drunken Raggedy Ann doll? It doesn't not make sense to me. This shit looks like it was fixed. Not scripted, but fixed. Yeah, he knew what to do. He was paid to do what he's supposed to do. And if he retires, we know what the outcome will be. Oh, yep, more than likely he took the dive. More than likely he took the dive. You know, he pulled a Sonny Liston too. You know Sonny Liston. You know the stories, the rumors about Sonny Liston. You know, the Muslims, they were threatening him and saying, hey, if you win this fight, you one dead nigga. Yeah. They used to threaten Sonny Liston. You know, the Nation of Islam was very, very big in the 60s. It rose to power in the 60s, right? They had men with guns and soldiers and shotguns and handguns and all types of Tommy guns and all types of shit. They had that. Oh, yeah, they had power. And Ali was their fighting prince. He was their Prince Asim Ahmed back in the day, and then some, right? Because you had a movement going on called the Civil Rights Movement. You know, so you had all that resting on the fact that you had this hoodlum, this thug, this guy with this big puncher, Sonny Liston, right? He's a threat. He's a threat to the image of that particular group, and that particular group was the Nation of Islam, right? Canelo, let's look at that. Canelo has the reputation of what? The Zone. It's a platform. Have over 2 million subscribers in the US, or 4 million, I think. I think it's 2 million still. You know, Anthony Joshua was defeated, so we don't know the outcome of the second rematch. So if he does lose, Canelo has that by himself. Golovkin, he's down, he's downclining, right? You have other guys, but they're not as nearly popular like someone like Joshua. Golovkin had his own following, but people are saying that he's getting, you know, past his prime, over the hill. So, you know, I think a lot is at stake for just the sake of the Zone, Golden Boy, right? That also would affect Matchroom, right? So it's a lot of things on the line for Kovalev. So Kovalev knew, like, hey, you know, if it's money to be made, I'm going to take it this way instead of the other way. Fuck it. I've done my thing in the sport. Why Kovalev did not throw one right hand all night. Hayden Walker, he threw some, but it wasn't nearly as amount of punches he should have thrown or he normally throws. Yeah, they're trying to shut it. She's trying to shut us down. To shut me down, people. It took the best paycheck of his life for that KO. The punch is real, still scripted. Yeah, the right hand was real. I mean, he hit him with a right hand, but look, Kovalev dropped his guard so Canelo could follow the lead, people. That's what happened. He dropped his guard so Canelo could follow the lead. That's what I feel happened. I'm not a follower of these two. So my question is, why would the dude take a dive? Tony Lyons, because Canelo Alverez is the guy. He's the cash cow. He's the creme de la creme. He's the highest paid fighter in boxing. If he loses to a bigger guy, you know, Canelo's took a loss, he loses credibility. He loses a lot of reputation, right? So people depend on him. What's the better story, though? What's the better story? Kovalev beating Canelo Alvarez in his later part of his life. What would he do past that versus, or Canelo Alvarez going up 2 weight classes and defeating Goliath? What would be the bigger scenario? What would look better? Canelo. You know, the skill, the will, the heart, you know, the experience that he had fighting different guys. You follow everyone from Mayweather to Kovalev. And this also, people, a dive makes more sense. Let me explain. What would you rather see, a guy get knocked out or a score victory off points? See, Canelo on points has been the narrative for so fucking long, like in this stream. Canelo's knocking people out now. He's knocking people out now because he has to show people that he can knock people out. He has to give people the perception that he is a hard or a punt or a finisher, okay? Versus the guy that always gets the decision. Do you see what I'm saying? So if he always gets the decision, people saying, well, this shit's in the fix. This shit's in the fix. It's not cool. It's not right. Canelo, why should we watch that shit? They needed it, people, because they needed a knockout. They needed ratings. They needed to see Canelo Alvarez do something tangible that leaves you with no doubt. Okay? If you show, like Canelo knocking someone out shows you no doubt of win or lose. You know, and it's good. Knockouts are good for your popularity boost, right? So that makes more sense. Let Kovalev take a dive so people won't argue, oh, the fix was in. So that won't be the narrative, at least, because people see patterns. You know what I mean? Mayweather, Lara, Golovkin, Jacobs, right? And none of these fights were dominating performances. In fact, Mayweather made him look stupid. Lara frustrated him. Golovkin actually beat him the first fight. Danny Jacobs, you know, he gave him a good fight, right? None of these were dominating performances by Canelo. So they needed something. Like, hell no, I'm not fighting Jacobs again. I'm not fighting Golovkin for the 3rd time. I'm not fighting Liam Smith. I'm not doing anything that's stupid. I'm going to go fight Kovalev because Kovalev showed me that he could be hurt by a younger fighter. Right? Hell, Alverez, the other Alverez showed him that. So, again, if it's not a dive, people, and it's a punch from the gods, you got to give him full credibility. You have to give him credit for, you know, doing what he did. But if he doesn't, I repeat, if it is a fix, it's bullshit. But I understand, because I understand how narratives are. I understand the sport of boxing. They're going to make more money off Canelo Alvarez versus a true fight with Sergey Kovalev. Sergey is just an older guy that needs a paycheck because he's on his way out of the sport, I feel. It hasn't been determined, but I just feel that to be the case. Jab only claws. That's it. King B Crew. We're using black and blue. Yeah, I was one of the stunt performers / stunt actors in it. You know, we shoot up the place and stuff. So it should be fun. You know, you guys should check it out. How can you know so much about boxing but can't see a fix? That's true. I mean, it just looked very suspicious, people. That shit just didn't make sense. You know, boom, I'm hurt, and then I'm going to drop my guard and dangle. That's what my coach taught me. That's what my first coach, my second, my third taught me. When I get hit, I dangle around like a drunken bum. No, that's not what you're taught. That's not what you're taught at all. In fact, you're taught the exact opposite. You know, so I don't believe that. Yeah, I'm looking at the highlights. See, he hit him on the left hook. Now he just bobbled around and let him get. He just let Canelo hit him. He let Canelo hit him with a shot, and all the shots that Canelo hit him with, was he dangling around like that before that? That's another thing. Did Canelo hurt him with any other shot like that? What did Canelo do that led up to that point? Yeah, he was coming on. He was hitting him with more punches, Canelo, because he closed the distance. He knows where to be with Golovkin. I mean, with Kovalev now. So he was putting shots together. But damn, that one shot made him do all that? Not likely, people. Not likely. I'm sorry. It's just I don't buy it. I just don't buy it, man. I think it was a fix. It's ridiculous. Did Fury take a dive against Wilder too? No, he didn't take a dive. He got fucking damn near knocked out, DJ1. But that's okay. Are you comparing Canelo's punching power to Deontay Wilder's punching power? Come on now. Let's be real. That's a dumbass analogy. Like that, you have to be counterpunched on that shit. Deontay Wilder can punch. He can hit like a freight train. He's long, he's rangy, he has this freakish power. That shit is real. If you don't know that by now, ask all those bums that he knocked out and Fury too. Right? Fury tasted that power. It's real. Dominique Brazil tasted that power. It's real, people. So no, let's stop that shit. No. So I have to. No, DJ1. We got to counterpunch that shit. That doesn't make sense. Shannon Briggs, Chris Eubank Jr., and Andre all said that they thought it was dodgy. Put it on Twitter. Yeah, it looks. I'm not the only one that thinks like this. I'm not the only one that thinks this shit looks shady. This shit looks like a fix. Right? Based on the evidence that I gave you guys, I believe it was a fix. Plain and simple. You know? They are afraid fully grown men. Come on, man. King Kurt speaking the truth. Cretan Killer. Counterpunch to you. The way he fell, it was a wrap. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, man. If anything, I think Kovalev knew he was done. His time is over, so he took the fight, and Orb didn't prepare. Gentleman's game. You know what Kovalev probably did? Kovalev pulled a Butch. You know Butch, Bruce Willis's character in Pulp Fiction? You know? And Marcellus Wallace was telling old Butch about, hey, you know, a boxer has an expiration date. You know, round 5 and your ass go down. That type of shit. You know? I just wish I had Great Sports Almanac from 2035. I'd be rich. He got paid millions. Why would you take millions to take the punch? I know, right? He gave the sign in the 8th round. Canelo didn't break Kovalev down at all either. Kovalev took most of those damage from Ward 2 and didn't go down as, right? He didn't go down, man. I think I give Kovalev more credit than that. I think he would have done more in the sport. They should have had Kenny Bayless as a ref. I know, right? He would have jumped in. He has more energy than everybody. All so-called pro fights, all in on it. Juan Ayalo. Only if you hate the fighter who won and ain't man enough to give credit when it's due. No, it's not that. If he won fair and square, I give him full credit. Bottom line. If he called him, because I mean, we will never really know, right? We won't know that. Yeah, I get for pay-per-view, but why not go out and still give it y'all? Because if you paid not to, you're not going to give it y'all. You paid to do a particular job. The particular job that he was paid for was probably the fix was in. Hey, you're going to take this money. You're going to take this extra. And he was probably paid from Canelo with, you know, part of his purse. He got all that fucking money. He doesn't mind. You know, again, these guys are friends. You look in the face off, it was no animosity. There was nothing to it. It looked like a glorified sparring session, honestly. What was the crusher mentality? The left was behind the ear. No, it was not behind the ear. It was not. That shit was right here. He hit him here. He had his guard up, and hit him here. It wasn't anywhere back here. No, because I get that. That was that Ryan Garcia punch. That's what Ryan Garcia hit him with. That wasn't the case. Canelo never hit him enough consecutive to hurt him. Speak the truth. He didn't do it. I mean, the punches he hit him with didn't bother Kovalev like that. And all of a sudden, that punch gonna come on, get the fuck out of here. No, no, it's all good. DJN1, But yeah, these theories. See, they're shutting my shit down. Jab only clause. Canelo on points. Canelo could do a Roy Jones Jr. if he attempts to crash back to 160. He could. Now, that is true, and I don't think Canelo is planning to do that. No. Pro athlete actors, all sports, WWE, NBA, UFC, all the time. Damn. Kurt, did you see the interview with Badu Jack? He was in the ringside, and he also said it looked like it was fixed. Well, that's another person that thought it was fixed. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably getting froze out. Jab only clause is hilarious. Yeah, it is kind of. It's a trip. It was obvious Kovalev could have easily busted through Canelo's guard. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. It's like he wasn't committing to his jab. He was pawing with it. He was almost measuring the jab for nothing in return. You can't sit there and paw at a guy without throwing a right like you're supposed to commit to. That's why you're throwing the jab in the first place. That's a reason anyway. And it looked like he had anything on those punches. And then when he threw a 1-2, and it was like seldom he threw a 1-2. That's not Kovalev. Kovalev will throw a 1-2, then a 1-2-3, then a 1-2-3-4. You know what I mean? And then he'll look for the counter from the other guy to inflict more damage upon you. I think Golden Boy cherry picked Kovalev, fought Kovalev 2 months after he went life and death with Anthony Yard, then with a rehydration the Lion Bar, that might be the case. Either way, it's all shitty, isn't it? Destroyer born on 9/11. Yeah, right. Next, you're going to tell me Andy Ruiz ain't John Ruiz's son. You guys are killing me. Belly wank. Kurt rehydration killed Kovalev. Canelo is the weight manipulator. Counterpunch to you, Belly wank. I agree with you on that. Yeah, he's past his prime, Lion Bar. Definitely past his prime. Canelo beats Wilder next. No, I doubt that shit. No. But you know what, though? Well, no. I mean, 175 to cruiserweight, then that would be a hell of a fight. Canelo beats Wilder next. That would be something else. Canelo was trying to counter the right when Kovalev was testing the waters, and Canelo's counters were quick. They were quick, Philip. Carl Roberts, they were quick. But Canelo Alverez has explosive punches, especially when he uses the counter punching, especially when he counter punches. He has explosive fucking punches. Did you not see Canelo's head? His forehead was swollen as fuck. Was it? Bluetooth can't shut the mailbox. Canelo's knocked out 5 of his 10 opponents. Huh. Now that's interesting. Wait a minute, Steve BK. You got a point there. Who was the people he knocked out? Rocky Fielding, 1. Kovalev, 2. Liam Smith, 3. He stopped Amir Khan, 4. And where is it? I have the posters around here. Angulo fight, they stopped. So you got a point with that. Peace and pugilism. Counterpunch to you, brother. The hate is ridiculous. Ward hit him with low blows, man, in the second fight. Yeah, he did give him some ball busting aggression. He's hurt against Yard. Kovalev put his guard up immediately and weathered the storm. Pros hint at stuff all the time and nobody bats an eye. Kovalev knows how to survive. He survived against Yard in the eighth. He played the script and hung his chin out there for the Hollywood knockout. Lion Bar. That's exactly what I was saying. It just doesn't add up. He's not consistent. You mean Kovalev can't take Canelo's punch, but he can take Anthony Yard's punch? And that's what I'm saying. He's a breadwinner. Knuckle game. That's absolutely right. He is their breadwinner. That fight looked fixed as fuck. Oh, shouts out to Moses CP. Kovalev is seasoned, but somehow against Canelo, he fought like a rookie. I know that. Look, it's just too much shit. Look at this. You know, guys, I appreciate the comments. You know, it's just, Kovalev played to the script. Look, if Triple G is over, the heel Kovalev is under the damn heel. Damn. Well, but we have some back and forth. It was constructive criticism due to this fight and what really happened. I think the fight was fixed. I think he took a dive. He knew when. But anyway, guys, it's been fun. Suleiman, Moses CP, Scorpio 11. Kovalev got a lot of out of the ring legal problems. Yeah, he needs the money. That's another thing, another factor you can throw in the pot. Kurt, what's testing agency is Canelo under? USAID or VADA? VADA. They're playing it the way for the excitement. Yeah, But anyway, guys, I got to make a run. Got to see this Black and Blue. You guys check that out too. Black and Blue coming to you. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on it. I feel that Canelo won due to certain manipulation, and I'm not talking about the rehydration clause. That is manipulation. But I think Kovalev dropped his hand so Canelo could take the lead and hit him with that right hand. Think about it. He didn't get up. He didn't have the opportunity to get counted out. So there wasn't a lot of punishment that he had to take for taking a dive. Okay. So that's my counterpunch on it, guys. Of course, please subscribe. Everybody on the chat, thank you guys for showing up. I will be doing another one Wednesday. Okay. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, tell me what you think. Leave your comments below still. And you guys, all you guys, been counterpunched. Peace.